It's been a long time coming. The Audeze LCD 1. The company launched with the LCD 2 in 2009. And I remember asking once, what about the LCD 1? And they said, well, yeah, there was an LCD 1, but we only made a few of them and they weren't that good, so we moved forward, we made a lot of improvements and called it the LCD 2. Okay, so in case you were wondering. But now there is a genuine LCD 1, and it looks a hell of a lot like this. It's smaller, lighter, and more affordable than any other LCD full-size headphone ever. And they've made many different versions by now, right? But this one, well, let's round out the number part of this. So it's the least expensive Audeze ever. It's $399. It is still made in California. It has a large 90mm planar magnetic driver with Fazor technology. It's low impedance. It's 13.5 millimeters. It's really easy to drive. But it's also the lightest. It's 250 grams. Now, everybody who's into headphones, who's had any experience with Audezes, they say, yeah, they're really good, but they're so freaking heavy. I know, I feel your pain. That's why this thing at 250 grams is such a game changer for them. They've never done anything this light. And it's got the beautiful plush ear pads, real lambskin, not fake, detachable cable, very flexible. It's like they fixed all the objections that people ever had about full-size Audeze headphones, and it's all in here. And it's the least expensive one they've ever made. So this is going to be a fun review, no doubt about it. But hey, I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty of it right now. This is what we think of when we think of an Audeze LCD full-size headphone. It's big. It's big, very large. The new one, much smaller, right? There you go. This headphone, I guess it was formerly the least expensive LCD headphone, full-size LCD headphone. It sounds bigger spatially. It is a more open-sounding headphone than the new LCD 1. That was clear. As soon as I started doing these comparisons, size still matters. This is a bigger, more spacious-sounding headphone. So I used Lucretia Dalt's album. I'm showing it to you right now. And it's electronica, but she's got this really sexy voice. And I'm going back and forth between the LCD 1 and LCD 2 Classic. And yes, the size difference, the scale difference is the thing that jumps out at me. But once I just listen to tone and tonal balance, her voice, they actually are pretty similar. The bass on the small headphone goes plenty deep. It sounds like an Audeze headphone. But it sounds like a spatially smaller, more inside my head headphone. Now, that's when I was going back and forth. I have to stress that once I stopped the back and forth part, I found, and I wasn't thinking about it, I was like, yeah, I'm listening to a full-size Audeze headphone. I will say, by the way, it is very light, but the ear pads being smaller push more against my ears than the LCD 2's ear pads, because the LCD 2's ear pads were going around my ears. The LCD 1 ear pads are, pressing against my ears, and that extra pressure, head clamping pressure, well, it's good because the headphone stays in place as you move around, but it's a little less comfortable because of that extra pressure. Now, there may be a way of messing with the headband to reduce the head clamping pressure, but that is a concern for me a little bit. But again, as I listened and as I just took it all in, I was pretty happy. I think they really nailed it in terms of bringing the price way down, lowering the weight, and keeping the essential Audeze sound in a more affordable package. I was a big fan of the Avett brothers early on. I think they made great records. And then they hooked up with Rick Rubin, and their and their records took a turn towards more commercial, more compressed, more like a mainstream pop record. And I was less and less interested in them. But their new record, which I'm showing you right now, is sort of a return to form of their older style. And it's more acoustic. They have beautiful harmonies. Voices are really well recorded. And the LCD1 was just letting it all happen. Very, very, very impressive. So at this point, I switched over to these. These are the mass drop version of the Sennheiser HD600. This is the HD6XX. Light, open sounding, great headphone. And every time I come back to this one, it's like, this is a wonderful headphone. But I'm sorry, the Audeze LCD one just clobbers it. I thought it would be closer, but no cigar. No, the LCD one is the winner there. It's also easy to drive. I did listen to it plugged directly into my iPhone while using the Apple Lightning to 3.5 millimeter adapter. And no problem. I could play it plenty loud directly off my phone, and it maintained that essential sound character. It still sounded like an Audeze. It still sounded fantastic. Sounded really, really good on bass. Just ballsy, punchy, deep, really powerful, amazing, hooked up directly to my iPhone. Of course, if you upgraded to the AudioQuest Black or the Red or the Cobalt headphones / DAC and use it with your phone, it gets even better still. Audeze did an amazing job here making a full-size, over-the-ear headphone, planar magnetic, made in the US, real lambskin ear pads, easy to drive. I mean, it's all good, as they say, right? So they did it again. And it was a long wait to get to the LCD one. It's 10 years since they launched, and they finally got around to making an LCD one. And I would say it was well worth the wait. My name is Steve Guttenberg. This is the Audiophiliac Daily Show. And it does have a habit of coming up 5 or 6 days a week right now. Keep coming back for more. When you, if you like it, hey, share these videos, please. Check out the playlists. There's playlists for headphone reviews and speaker reviews and music reviews and amplifier reviews and interviews. So much stuff, over 700 episodes to choose from. You can follow me on Twitter at AudiophiliacMan. Hey, if you got this far into the video, check out the Patreon at patreon.com/Audiophiliac. And as always, thank you so much for watching.